What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another video. Guys, yesterday I made a video saying I was 2 days sober and that maybe I should start drinking soda instead of beer when I got off work. Well, that lasted 2 days, But hey, it's a start. It's better than nothing. I'm getting drunker than ever tonight. I've drank one tall boy Bush Light, and I've started on my second. So I've already cracked this second one, but cheers. There's nothing like a cold beer after work. And no velos tonight. Honestly, I just felt like tonight was a beer and a cigarette type of night. And so we're smoking on the Lucky Strike Red 100s. I'd much rather have a Marlboro Red 100, but I'm a broke bitch. I actually am doing okay, but there's nothing wrong with saving $1, and these are just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and light up a cigarette. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, the government nailed it when it comes to alcohol and nicotine. You really cannot beat the combination. I'm going to take one more drink. Cheers. All right. I have nothing to talk about. But I told myself I wasn't going to drink, and I'll be damned if I'm drinking. So I figured I'd just make a video. Because why not? I struggle with alcoholism. Everyone has their thing. But I'm not doing too bad. Everyone want to complain about something. Everyone's going to have a problem with anything that you do, whether you're doing good or bad. And, yeah, I just felt like having a beer and smoking a cigarette, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I live in America, and this is a free country, goddammit. That's nice. It's real nice. So, like I said, I don't really have anything to talk about, so I'm just going to ramble a little bit. Alright, so in my past dealings, this is funny. I want to talk about, this is just one of the people that I've seen in my ongoings with, like, drug abuse and stuff, which I don't do drugs anymore. But whenever I was wheeling and dealing with the dope, I saw all sorts of characters, and some of them were hilarious, some of them were heartbreaking. But I want to talk about this guy that, he was like a crackhead mechanic. There's different types of people on these drugs. And this one guy, man, he was like an engineer. Except he didn't know how to engineer anything. It was absolutely hilarious. And so just imagine this. You're cracked out, doing whatever drug, Mine was meth. And you run up on this engineer that's also on, dope. And, dude, he just always had, like, the funniest things that he'd build. Like, this one time, I know a couple of people had traded him, like, tools for dope, right? And he concocted this great idea to fucking build a super rake. And so he had, like, 9 different rakes that people had traded him for some fucking drugs. And his big brain idea was to take all the bottoms of the rakes off and connect them together and then have one, like, pole, and then he'd have 9 rakes worth of a rake. It was a super rake. And if that doesn't just kind of give you a little bit of insight about how these people think and how they operate, I don't know what will. Hilarious story, hilarious plan. I never got to see the super rake in action, but I'm willing to bet my last dollar that if that plan actually went through with it, no one would have leaves on their lawn anymore. It's kind of brilliant, honestly, in a stupid way. It's kind of smart. The same guy. I know this is a different point in time, but he had a lot of people trade him or give him some vacuums. And he thought he was an engineer, man. I swear, he thought that he was just a fucking electrical engineer or something. But he had like 7 vacuums on his front porch. And he had the same great idea. I'm going to make a super vacuum where it's got one top. I just push a button and all 7 heads are going to run at the same time. And so he was concocting this plan on making a super vacuum. And he had the materials. He had like 7 vacuums sitting outside on his front porch. And, I'm not sure if that plan ever came together either. But I'm sure if it did, no one would worry about dust anymore. You could probably sell these products commercially and people would probably buy them. But yeah, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, you never know what you're going to run into or who you're going to meet. And this guy was a cracked out engineer. I'll say that about him. He was a completely strung out engineer. I don't know if anything ever came to it with this super rake and this super vacuum, but the idea it's amazing. It's hilarious. It's brilliant. Whatever you want to say about it. Absolutely hilarious is how I'm going to say it. And I think that we should do the same with bush lights. I think that we should duct tape 6 or 7 of these motherfuckers together and just have a super beer. It's a guaranteed blackout. Not really, but it is hilarious, Well, I ain't been doing much. I just got off of work a little bit ago. I was handing out some leftovers to the streets, I know a lot of these goons out here that ain't got shit to their name. And they don't want to get a job. Or they ain't got the means to get to a job. And so I be feeding the streets, man. It feels great. Being able to give food to, I'm not going to say my homies, but acquaintances that I've ran into. And I know they're not doing the best. By any means. By any stretch of the mind. They're not doing good. Period. Probably still doing drugs. But I remember, whenever I was on my stint of, making mistakes, I was always hungry, man. And I'd never spend my money on food. I'd always spend it on drugs or cigarettes or alcohol. And it feels really good just being able to, feed these people. Because someone, no one has to, but someone should. You see videos on fucking Instagram or whatever of, I'm going to buy 100 tacos for the homeless. And then they give them the food for free. Which is a beautiful thing. I mean, I think it's a great thing that people do that. Because people really do just have a bad stint in their life and they just need to get back on their feet. And they resort to drugs in order to cope with the problems that they have. And so I really do, it just feels good to be able to help some of these people. And I try. I definitely try. But it's only because I've been there. If I had never have been there, I probably would just be like, oh, another one, another zombie, another Walking Dead. But anyway, had a good night at work. Working up to be a chef still. It's going okay. I ain't been doing much else, honestly. Been trying to save my money. Got this watch. Sweet watch. One of my homeboys needed help. He is that older man I was talking about on my other video. And he had it. He's a man of nice taste. High quality taste, but low quality funds. He gave me the watch. So, that was nice. I've seen him have it for a long time. I always used to mention, man, let me get that. Never gave it up. Finally got his ass to give up this watch. Now I'm into watches, and I want another one from the same brand. I saw this watch on their website. It's like $800, and I might get it. I may not. I need to save up for a vehicle of my own, but just rambling. The rambling man strikes again. Oh, and by the way, I don't know what the fuck happened, but somewhere on my YouTube I got hit up by the algorithm, I guess. And I got like 70 views on a video out of nowhere. Usually I get, 10, 20 views. Everybody on here knows me. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good night. But yeah, I guess the algorithm picked my shit up. And like 60 or 70 people viewed a video. And I'm hoping the algorithm continues to pick me up because I'm not going anywhere. I love this shit and I ain't never going to stop. You know what I mean? Oh, and I'll talk about that real quick. AI is getting out of control. A lot of people have a lot of worries about AI. Me, I'm just like, look, dude, honestly, you're not going to stop it no matter what we do. You can riot in the streets. They killed MLK. Or, Martin Luther King. They killed that motherfucker. They killed John F. Kennedy. Anything that stops these major powers for getting their money, they just take care of the problem, So, you better just get with the program. AI is crazy. I have no idea where we're going to be here in a couple years. But it's kind of cool that I'm able to document this shit on YouTube. A lot of people are like, either they're not privy or savvy to YouTube or other platforms to just kind of document their own process, which is really the only reason I'm doing this, just kind of documenting my life. But I think it's pretty cool just being able to be me on here. And I love everybody that supports me. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe, of course. You guys already know that. I'm going to light up one more cigarette. The Lucky Strike Red 100s. This is a broke man's cigarette. It's about $6 a pack compared to, I think, 10 or 11 for Marlboro. Marlboro, by the way. Excuse me. Marlboro is a great brand. They nailed cigarettes years ago. Years ago, man. Like 20 years ago, they nailed the cigarettes. These are a lot more harsh. But they smoke the fucking same. And there is something nice about having a conversational cigarette. So they nailed that 100%. I would much rather be smoking a Marlboro, but they're too fucking expensive. So that is what it is. Don't really have too much else to talk about. Keep your eyes on AI. That shit is wild. Not really scary. I'm not scared of it, but maybe you guys are. It can be scary, but anything is scary when you get wrapped up into it, What I like to do is I take about a week on, following the news and seeing where everything's at, and I take about a week off just to kind of digest it all. Because you get bombarded with information on these types of apps, YouTube especially with the shorts, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, my God, it's nothing but fucking brain rot. And these kids love brain rot, but not me. I'm not a brain rot guy. It gives me a headache listening to something new every 60 seconds. I really enjoy something like a Joe Rogan, where I can listen to what I want to listen to for 2 or 3 hours and get informed on a specific subject. So, anyway. Yeah, the brain rot's not my style, but I am an old man. It's a beautiful night. Today is April 9th. April 9th night. It's about to be the weekend, man. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going to be busy as fuck at the shop. And I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Other than working, I don't really do much. And so, it feels good just to have something to do. That brings in money. Thank God I have a job. Take another swig of beer. See, I don't really know what else I want to talk about. Uh, I did ponytail my hair today at work. Or not at work, but right before I got to work, I ponytailed my hair. First time in my life I've ever had hair long enough to ponytail it. I like it, honestly. People were laughing at me, talking about, no, fucking, just acting like I'm gay or fucking want to say something stupid about it. And, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. That's one thing. But I really just like being able to put a smile on people's faces. There's just not enough happiness in the world. This goes back to the whole bombardment of information. Everyone's scared. Everyone's almost schizophrenic. They're all conspiracy theorists. At least that's what they'll say on the internet. Oh, conspiracy theories. But people have real worries. And just being able to lighten up someone's day and make them smile is huge. At least that's how I feel about it. And the only thing that was going to make me smile today was drinking a beer. There's nothing wrong with that. I am going to try to stop drinking all the time. It's not easy. I mean, you guys obviously can see how great that went for me. I made it 2 days, but just better than no days. It's hard. Life's hard. Life's a bitch, and then you die. But it's all good, man. We're good. Everything's all right. Beautiful night. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer, and then I'm going to go to bed and go to work. Pretty much all I do. But I wanted to make a video for you guys. Hopefully the algorithm picks it up. If not, oh well. Doesn't matter. I'm going to end this bitch with a chug. Cheers.